Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Kunal Patel. So in my previous video, we have explored the installation process and setting up the environment of Jupyter Notebook, how you can install and how you can run the Jupyter Notebook, right? Now in continuation with that video, let's move ahead and start working with the Jupyter Notebook. So if you have already installed the Anaconda, right? And I have already launched the particular Jupyter notebook, right? So here is the logo of Jupyter notebook. Here is the name of the Jupyter notebook I have assigned. You can change this particular name, right? So right now I have demo notebook, right? So you can give any name to this particular notebook. Now let's move ahead and discuss some of the toolbars of this particular Jupyter notebook. So first of all, file menu is there. So here in a file menu, there are common functions we have, right? Then there is a download as button. You can download your Jupyter notebook in any of these provided formats. After that, edit button is there. Edit menu is there. Here again, there are some functions available. So you can go through this menu and you will find the different functionalities provided by this Jupyter notebook, right? But right now we are mainly focus on here how you can write the code. So you can see over here that when I click in this particular cell, this is known as the cell, right? This is known as the cell, right? When I click in this, then this is a green color. So right now, this particular cell is known as the edit cell. So you can edit, you can write anything into this. So at the same time, you will notice over here, there is a pen kind of icon is displayed over here. That means right now you are in a edit mode, right? Now, suppose if I want to change, then if I press escape button, so press escape button. Now this is a command mode. Now you come out from the edit mode and now you entered into the command mode. So here automatically that pen symbol will be disappeared. Right now, whatever kernel is set for our Jupyter notebook, that will be displayed over here. Right now we have Python 3 kernel. What is kernel and all that we have discussed in our previous session or in our previous video. Now, suppose if I want to display something, then I just need to again enter and it will take me to the edit mode. Now, suppose print, if I want to print one message, so I just simply write welcome to Jupyter notebook, right? And now how I can execute this particular cell. So there are different options we have. If you click on this button, then directly it will click and it will add one of cell below it, right? But suppose if I want to delete this, then I need to again go to the command mode. As you need to press escape and two times you need to press D. So it will delete the particular cell. Now, suppose if I want to run this cell in a different modes, like here, when you go in a cell menu, there are different options we have: run cells and select below, and run cells and insert below, right? So what is the difference between these three? Let's try to understand this, right? So again, if I want to display the output, then you can see when I click on a run cells, then it just run the particular cell and display the output in a particular cell. Now, suppose if I click on a run cell and select below, then you can notice that it will add up one cell, and it will take you to the edit mode. Now, if I click again in a third option, that is run cells and insert below, then you can notice over here that already we have one cell, but then also it is adding one another cell. So as many times you click, it will add up the particular cell. It will add up the particular cell, right? So this is the difference between select below cell and add up the cell, right? So now let me delete all these cells. Okay, so this is how you can run the cell. There is another option. You can run all, you can run all above. Suppose if currently this particular cell I have selected and I want to run above cells, I want to run below cells, then I can run that. So these are the different run modes we have in a Jupyter notebook. Now, below that, there is a cell types. Okay, you can also insert the cell from here. Suppose there is a insert menu, insert cell above. So it will cell. Okay, let me insert here, insert cell above. So it will insert the cell, insert cell below, then it will insert another cell, right? So likewise, you can see you need to add the particular cells, or you can use the shortcuts. Okay, so I would prefer the shortcuts more, right? So how you can find the shortcuts according to your machine. So here in a this particular menu, you can find there are various shortcuts it is providing according to your machine, right? So here you will find that you will notice that there are various shortcuts available with us. So once you practice with these shortcuts, then you will be handy with it. Don't worry about it, right? So from that you can choose it. Okay, after that, we have a view menu. So what is the use of this? So you can toggle the header. See, it will toggle the header, then it will toggle the toolbar. So from the toolbar, it is getting. Then this is very important, right? Toggle the line number. Suppose if you want to print the line numbers besides your cell, suppose right now here is that if I print another line, then it is a Python notebook, right? So you can notice over here, these are line number 2, 1 and 2. Okay, and if I execute it, then it is again interpreting it and it is again display the output, right? So as this is interpreted mode, you can display the output like this also. There is no difference between this, right? Either you write this or either you write this, both are same. Now you will wondering that what is this number, what is this number besides the cell. So here it is displaying like in and 7. Okay, then it is displaying like out, then some number 7 is there, right? So what is it? So this is input and output, right? But this particular number are the execution order, execution order. You will notice over here, right? So whenever you are executing the particular Python notebook, right? So there are some execution order numbers are given automatically by the kernel, right? So according to that, you can display, you will able to display the output, right? So right now I have not executed this cell, that's why this particular cell is blank, right? Otherwise, if I execute it, then it is assigning some number, execution order number, right? So this is about the execution order, how it is going to define, right? Suppose if I'm going to define another number, suppose say like if I'm going to write 2 multiply by 3, okay, and then if I execute it, right? So you will notice over here, it is not in order. it is not in order. It doesn't mean, it doesn't require that order, right? But it remembers internally what is the actual execution order, and according to that it is assigning the number, right? So right now it has assigned the number 8. It has assigned the number 8, right? Suppose if I run, then again it assigns the different numbers. Okay, right? Run all, then it will order your notebook numbers in order, right? It will order the number in order. Okay, like you can see over here, 10, 11, and 12. Otherwise it will in different orders. It may be in a different orders, right? So this is different, you can say, scenarios we have in this particular Jupyter notebook, right? So I hope you clear with this. Now here we have a kernel menu. So in this particular menu, you will have different functionalities, like you can restart the kernel. Suppose if your notebook is not behaving in a way what you wanted, right? So you can restart the kernel, you can restart and clear all the outputs, and you can restart and run all the you can say code again, right? If the kernel connection problem is there, then you can reconnect it. Then if you want to shut down the particular kernel, then you can shut down it. And if you want to change the kernel, then from here you can change the kernel as well, right? Now the next is a widgets menu. This is a wonderful menu, right? Here you can deal with the event handling kind of stuff. Suppose if you want to provide the GUI kind of thing, right? So in that, if you want to put up some button labels and text, then you can design the GUI and you can write the Python code according to that. You can define the different functions and you can call it, right? So in later videos, I will create a particular video for this widgets only. So for different kind of widgets, you will design the different GUIs, right? So please subscribe my channel so you will be notified whenever I will upload this particular video. And last is the help menu. So here in this help menu, there are various, you can say, tutorials available for different you can say SciPy, Matplot. The different libraries are there. Okay, right? So this is the overall, you can say, exploration of the Jupyter IDE. Okay, now in the next video we will actually start with the particular code window and markdown windows, right?